Did you know Japan has over 90,000 people living past 100? That's more centenarians per capita than any other country on Earth. Now, compare that to the US, where we spend billions every year on gym memberships, supplements, and trendy fitness apps. Yet, chronic disease, joint pain, and cognitive decline still hit most Americans hard after 50. So, what are the Japanese doing differently? It's not just sushi and green tea. It's not just good genes. When researchers from Harvard Medical School and Stanford studied Japan's oldest citizens, some well into their 100s, still sharp, mobile, and independent, they discovered something completely unexpected. It wasn't what they ate or even how they exercised. The secret was hiding in 6 simple daily movements, so subtle that Western doctors once dismissed them as too basic to matter. Until brain scans, balance tests, and joint imaging told a very different story. And here's the kicker. One of these movements done for just 2 minutes a day was linked to a 7-year increase in lifespan. So, if you're 50 plus and starting to feel stiffness in the knees, slower reflexes, or brain fog sneaking in, stay with me. You're about to discover 6 ancient movement habits that could help you age like the Japanese with clarity, balance, and strength without pills, gym gear, or sweat. If you find value in this, please subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path. It helps me keep making clear, practical tips for aging well. Drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments so we can say hello. Number 6. The Art of Slow Walking, Sampo. Forget everything you've ever been told about walking fast to stay fit, because the Japanese have discovered something beautifully different. They call it Sampo, the art of slow, mindful walking, and it's more than just physical movement, it's a daily act of balance, awareness, and peace. In Sampo, you don't rush or count calories. You walk slowly, almost half your usual pace, and match your breathing to each step. Inhale for 2 steps, hold for 2, exhale for 4. That rhythm, as simple as it sounds, creates a deep harmony between your body and mind. Each step becomes deliberate, steady, and connected to the ground beneath you. Over time, this gentle pace strengthens your balance system, lowers blood pressure, and improves brain clarity, but the real gift lies in how it makes you feel. When you slow down enough to notice the wind, the sound of your own breath, or the gentle roll of your foot from heel to toe, something inside you shifts. The tension you've been carrying quietly eases, and your mind starts to settle into calm focus. Research from Kyoto University found that older adults who practiced Sampo daily had dramatically better circulation and joint mobility, they walked smoother, steadier, and looked decades younger in their movements. But beyond the science, Sampo teaches presence. In a world that glorifies speed, this slow, intentional walking reminds you that your body isn't in a race, it's your lifelong companion, deserving care and patience. Walking slowly also reawakens the forgotten stabilizing muscles in your feet, hips, and core, improving posture and coordination naturally, without effort or pain. And emotionally, it becomes a form of quiet meditation, a time each morning to reflect, breathe, and reconnect with yourself. You don't need fancy shoes, headphones, or a gym, just 10 peaceful minutes on grass, dirt, or even a garden path. Each step says, I'm here, I'm moving, and I'm still capable. That's the magic of Sampo, not the distance you walk, but the awareness you bring to each moment. With consistency, you'll begin to feel lighter in your body and clearer in your thoughts, as if life itself slows down with you. It's not about exercise, it's about harmony, between breath and movement, body and mind, age and grace. So, tomorrow morning, step outside, take a deep breath, and try walking at half your normal speed. Feel the earth under your feet, the air filling your lungs, and the quiet power of your own presence. That's how the Japanese tune their bodies and minds for the day, not by rushing, but by remembering that every slow step is a step toward longevity, peace, and strength. Number 5, Radio Taiso, 3 minutes that move a nation. Every morning in Japan, as the clock strikes 6:30 a.m., a soft piano melody flows through radios and loudspeakers across the country. It's not news, not weather, but something much more meaningful, the beginning of Radio Taiso, a simple 3-minute exercise routine that has quietly united generations for almost a century. Office workers, schoolchildren, shop owners, and seniors alike stop whatever they're doing, step outside, and move together in graceful harmony. The beauty of Radio Taiso lies in its simplicity, just 13 flowing movements that stretch and awaken every part of the body, gentle arm circles, side bends, knee lifts, twists, and soft hops. There's no heavy breathing, no fancy poses, no competition, only rhythmic, continuous motion that feels natural and joyful. But behind those calm gestures lies deep wisdom. These movements stimulate blood flow, awaken stiff joints, and encourage better posture and balance. Studies have shown that older adults who practice Radio Taiso every day have fewer falls, stronger muscles, and far less back and joint pain. Yet what makes it truly special isn't only the physical benefit, it's the emotional rhythm it sets for the day. For many Japanese elders, this ritual is more than exercise, it's connection, discipline, and joy rolled into one. Moving in unison with others, even if just in a park or a living room, builds a subtle sense of belonging, a reminder that you are part of something larger than yourself. And it's easy. You don't need a gym, fancy shoes, or even much time. You can do it in your pajamas, barefoot in the kitchen, or while the morning light filters through your window. Within just 3 minutes, your circulation improves, your joints feel more fluid, and your mood begins to lift. Emotionally, it's like telling your body, I'm awake, I'm alive, and I'm grateful for this new day. The reason this tradition has endured since 1928 is because it transforms health into something joyful, social, and sustainable. It reminds us that wellness doesn't have to hurt or take hours, sometimes it's found in soft music, light movement, and shared moments of rhythm. For seniors, it keeps independence alive. For the young, it teaches self-care early. And for everyone, it creates a pause before the rush of daily life, grounding both body and spirit. If you try Radio Taiso for even a week, you'll notice your mornings feel lighter, stiffness fades faster, and you move through the day more calmly and confidently. Do it right after waking, when your body is fresh and hormones are naturally active, and let it become a personal sunrise ritual. Because these 3 simple minutes can do more than move your body, they can move your heart, reminding you that health, at its core, is about consistency, joy, and connection. Number 4, Deep Squat Rest, the Lost Human Posture. If you walk through a park in Japan early in the morning, you might see something that feels almost impossible to imagine elsewhere: elderly men and women in their 70s or 80s sitting peacefully in a deep squat, heels flat, back straight, chatting, reading, or simply watching the world go by. This simple posture, known as the deep squat rest, is not an exercise routine for them, it's just part of daily life. Yet, in much of the modern world, especially in the West, this natural way of resting has nearly disappeared, replaced by the comfort of chairs and couches. Over time, that convenience has quietly weakened our hips, knees, and ankles, making even basic movements like bending or getting up from the floor a challenge. The deep squat, however, is the body's original resting position, the way humans have sat for thousands of years before furniture existed. When you return to this position, you're not only stretching, you're reconnecting with how your body was meant to move. Biomechanically, it's powerful. Holding a deep squat opens the hips, strengthens the pelvic floor, decompresses the lower spine, and maintains mobility in the knees and ankles, all of which tend to stiffen with age. But emotionally, it's even more profound. There's something grounding about being that close to the earth, feeling your balance shift, your breath slow, and your muscles work together in quiet harmony. A 12-year study of thousands of older adults in Japan found that those who could comfortably hold a deep squat for 2 minutes were far more likely to live independently and avoid mobility problems later in life. It's not about being flexible like a gymnast, it's about maintaining the ability to move freely and confidently as you age. For many, the first attempt may feel awkward or even impossible, but that's okay, it's a sign of how much modern living has pulled us away from natural movement. Start small. Hold on to a wall or chair for balance, let your body lower slowly, and if your heels lift, place a towel or small book under them. Even practicing for 20 or 30 seconds a few times a day can begin to restore mobility you thought was gone forever. Over time, your body will remember what it once knew: how to bend, how to balance, how to move with strength and ease. And as that happens, something else changes too: a deep sense of pride and connection returns. The deep squat rest reminds you that your body isn't fragile, it's adaptable, wise, and capable of healing through simple, natural movement. It's not just about exercise, it's about reclaiming independence, confidence, and comfort in your own body. Once you rediscover this lost posture, you'll realize it's not just a way to sit, it's a way to stay young, stable, and in tune with yourself, no matter your age. Number 3, single leg standing, balance that builds the brain. In Japan, many doctors give a prescription that might surprise you. They tell their older patients to stand on one leg for 1 minute, twice a day. It sounds so simple that it's almost hard to believe it could make a difference. But behind this tiny habit lies one of the most powerful ways to protect both your body and your brain as you age. When you lift one foot off the ground, even just an inch or two, your body instantly begins a complex dance of micro-adjustments. Your ankles, hips, and core muscles all start working together, your inner ear helps with balance, and your brain lights up as it processes each tiny shift to keep you steady. It's a full body and full mind exercise in disguise. A long-term study from Fukuoka University that followed over 12,000 older adults found something remarkable: those who practiced single-leg standing daily had far fewer hip fractures, stronger legs, better reflexes, and even higher brain volume in regions linked to coordination and memory. In fact, researchers at the Mayo Clinic discovered that your ability to balance on one leg is one of the strongest predictors of longevity, even more accurate than your cholesterol or blood pressure. But beyond the science, there's something deeply emotional about this simple act. Standing on one leg teaches patience, focus, and self-trust. At first, it might feel shaky or awkward. You may wobble or need to hold onto a wall. That's okay, the wobbling is where the growth happens. Every small adjustment your body makes is your nervous system learning, strengthening, and reconnecting. Over time, you'll notice not only better balance but also sharper focus, calmer thoughts, and a quiet confidence that extends beyond the movement itself. It's more than just physical stability, it's emotional steadiness. For many Japanese seniors, this small ritual is woven into their everyday routines. They do it while brushing their teeth or waiting for tea to steep. It takes no extra time, yet it keeps their brains sharp and their bodies strong. You can start the same way. Stand near a wall or countertop for safety, lift one foot slightly, breathe normally, and focus your gaze on a point ahead. Begin with 20 to 30 seconds on each leg, and as your strength improves, try closing your eyes or adding gentle head turns to challenge your brain further. You'll be amazed at how such a small act can awaken your whole body. Emotionally, it's empowering, because balance isn't just about staying upright, it's about finding stability in life itself. As you practice this quiet 1-minute exercise each day, you'll start to feel more centered, not just in your body, but in your mind and spirit too. It's a reminder that strength doesn't always come from big movements or long workouts. Sometimes, it comes from stillness, focus, and the simple courage to stand tall on your own 2 feet, one at a time. Number 2, floor sitting transitions, your daily longevity test. In Japan, sitting on the floor is as natural as breathing. People eat, read, relax, and even watch television while seated on tatami mats, not because it's trendy, but because it's part of their everyday culture. This constant movement, lowering themselves down to the floor and rising back up again, might seem ordinary, but it holds one of the greatest secrets to longevity and independence. Scientists at the University of Tsukuba studied over 10,000 older adults and discovered a powerful truth: those who could sit on the floor and stand back up without using their hands or arms had a dramatically lower risk of death over the next 6 years. Why? Because this movement tests and strengthens almost every essential system in your body: your legs, core, balance, coordination, and even your brain's ability to plan motion. When you move from standing to sitting and back again, your body performs a symphony of effort, muscles activate, joints flex, and your brain carefully guides every step. It's one of the simplest yet most complete exercises for staying mobile and independent. But beyond the physical, there's something emotional and deeply human about it. The ability to get down to the floor and rise again connects you to your sense of strength, control, and dignity, the quiet assurance that you can still rely on your body, even as the years go by. Losing that ability often marks a turning point toward dependence, but regaining it can feel like taking your freedom back. At first, it might seem difficult, especially if stiffness or joint pain makes movement hard. But every small improvement matters. You can start by kneeling beside a sturdy chair or low stool, using your hands for support as needed. Lower yourself slowly, then gently push back up. Do it once or twice a day, and over time your strength and balance will improve naturally. Even your confidence will grow, because every successful attempt is a reminder that progress is possible at any age. Practicing this movement daily keeps your hips open, your knees flexible, and your core strong, the three areas most people lose first as they get older. And it's not just about exercise, it's about keeping your body ready for life's everyday moments, bending to tie your shoes, picking up something you dropped, or playing with your grandchildren on the floor. Emotionally, this practice is powerful. It rebuilds your relationship with movement, teaching patience, awareness, and gratitude for what your body can still do. It's a chance to celebrate progress, not perfection. Try it on a soft surface like carpet or a yoga mat, move slowly, and listen to your body. Over time, you'll notice more ease, better posture, and a renewed sense of independence. The Japanese have always known that aging gracefully isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about staying connected to movement. And this one, humble act, sitting down and standing back up from the floor, may be the simplest, most meaningful way to remind your body that it's still capable, strong, and beautifully alive. Number 1, Towel Twist, 2 minutes that rewire you. At first glance, the towel twist seems almost too simple to matter, just rolling a towel, lying down, and letting it support your lower back. But in Japan, this humble 2-minute practice has become a quiet revolution for posture, balance, and even mood. It was popularized by Dr. Toshiki Fukutsuji, a Japanese physician who discovered that many people's back pain, fatigue, and sluggishness came not from weakness, but from misalignment, the way our hips and spine shift slightly out of balance after years of sitting and slouching. His method was simple: take a medium-sized towel, roll it tightly, and place it under your lower back while lying flat on a firm surface, with your feet shoulder-width apart and toes pointing inward. Then, reach your arms above your head, palms down, and let gravity gently stretch your spine. Just 2 minutes in this position can realign your pelvis, decompress your lower back, and open your chest, helping you breathe more deeply and stand taller. But what makes this small act truly powerful goes far beyond the body. The towel twist reconnects you with awareness. It's a moment of stillness that lets your body and mind pause together. Many Japanese seniors describe it as a reset for both the spine and the spirit. The gentle stretch releases not only physical tension but also the emotional weight carried in the body, the stiffness of worry, the tightness of stress, the curve of years spent rushing through life. As you breathe deeply in this position, you can almost feel your energy rebalancing, your body remembering its natural form, and your mind quieting down. It's a reminder that healing doesn't always come from doing more, sometimes it comes from doing less, and allowing your body to realign itself naturally. Practicing this every day for just a few minutes can improve your posture, circulation, digestion, and even your mood, because a balanced spine allows energy and oxygen to flow freely. Over time, you may notice that you walk taller, breathe easier, and feel calmer, not because you forced it, but because your body found its harmony again. The beauty of the towel twist is that it asks for almost nothing, yet gives so much. You don't need equipment, strength, or even flexibility, just a towel, a quiet spot, and a willingness to care for yourself. For older adults especially, this practice helps counter years of gravity's pull, the rounded shoulders, compressed spine, and shallow breathing that creep in unnoticed. Emotionally, it's like unrolling not just your back, but your life, letting go of tension you didn't realize you were holding. Each breath becomes a gentle message to yourself: I can relax. I can heal. I can realign. In those 2 simple minutes, you're not just stretching your body, you're rewiring your connection to balance, peace, and self-awareness. It's a small ritual, yet it holds the quiet power to remind you that even after years of strain, your body still remembers how to return to harmony. All it needs is a little space, a little breath, and a simple rolled towel. Begin where you are. Use a chair, wall, or countertop for support. If deep squats or floor transitions feel too intense, place a towel under your heels, use cushions, and build slowly. Pain is a sign to stop, not a badge of effort. These movements reward consistency more than intensity. Even 1 minute of a single practice, done with attention every day, will ripple into more stable joints, clearer thinking, and more freedom. These 6 movements are not trends, they're small, human acts that stitch mobility, balance, and mental clarity back into daily life. They don't require expensive gear or endless hours, they require presence and a tiny shift in habits. Start with 1 movement, give it 2 weeks, and notice how it changes the way you step, stand, and feel. If this resonated, tell me which movement you'll try first in the comments. I read every message. And if you want more practical, gentle routines for aging well, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path and join our community. Aging well isn't about fighting time, it's about moving with intention so every year feels fuller.